Hi, Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, believed that our subconscious mind is like a hidden treasure, just full of valuable information and insights that can help us understand ourselves better. Inside it holds our deepest thoughts, fears, desires, and memories, many of which we fight not even be aware of. By exploring this hidden part of our mind, we can understand why we act the way we do and heal from past wounds. Moreover, our subconscious mind can reveal talents and potential we never knew we had, opening up new possibilities for personal and professional growth. Jung divided the unconscious mind into two parts, the personal unconscious and the collective unconscious. The personal unconscious is made up of all the things specific to an individual that they are not aware of or deny, like hidden emotions, desires, and memories. Jung called this the shadow. The collective unconscious, on the other hand, is a deeper layer that includes feelings, thoughts, and instincts shared by all humans. Young believed that we all inherit certain traits and tendencies, which he called archetypes. These archetypes are universal symbols and themes that have been part of human history and can be seen in myths, fairy tales, and religious stories. Young teachings highlight the importance of exploring the subconscious to achieve individuation, which means becoming your true, complete self by unlocking the hidden potential we all have within us. He wrote several influential books, including Psychology of the Unconscious, Man and His Symbols, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Modern Man in Search of a Soul, and many more. In this video, we will talk about how to listen to your subconscious mind to become whole form of philosophy of Carl Jung. Number one, listen to your shadow. Carl Jung says shadow work is the path of the heart warrior. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow is a pivotal aspect of his theories on the unconscious mind. The shadow is essentially the dark side of our personality that we keep hidden. This includes our repressed weakness, desires, and instincts, the things that we might be ashamed of or uncomfortable with. The shadow forms as we grow up and learn what behaviors are acceptable and those that are not. For example, imagine a child who gets scolded for being too aggressive. To avoid trouble and gain approval, the child might suppress their assertiveness. This trait doesn't disappear, it just goes underground into the shadow. Later in life, this hidden assertiveness could come out in passive aggressive ways or sudden outbursts. Everyone has a shadow. We all have traits like anger, jealousy, greed, laziness, and selfishness. Things we deny because we are seen as bad if we express them. But our shadow doesn't stay quiet. It keeps trying to communicate with us, demanding our attention. We need to listen to it, and the process of uncovering these hidden aspects of ourselves is called shadow work. To begin shadow work, the first step is to identify your shadow. Pay close attention to what annoys or irritates you in others. These reactions often point to the parts of yourself that you have not acknowledged. For instance, imagine you are at work and feel a surge of annoyance every time a coworker brags about their accomplishments. They are so arrogant, you think to yourself, but then you pause and reflect. Is there a part of you that also craves recognition for your achievements, but perhaps isn't expressing it? Maybe you downplay your success to appear humble, yet deep down you desire acknowledgement and validation. This unexpressed desire might be the very thing you are projecting onto your coworker. By recognizing this, you can understand that your irritation is less about their behavior and more about an aspect of yourself that you haven't fully acknowledged. To explore this further, make a list of traits you dislike in others and consider how they might relate to you. This exercise helps in uncovering hidden parts of yourself. Now, let's move towards the next step of acknowledging and accepting these traits. This means seeing them without judgment. Think about how these traits show up in your life. For example, you can accept your need for recognition and see it without judgment. Acknowledge that wanting validation is natural and doesn't make you arrogant. Observe your thoughts and feelings without trying to change them. Notice when you downplay your success or crave acknowledgement, approach yourself with kindness and understanding, remembering that everyone has a shadow. Once you have acknowledged your shadow traits, delve deeper into their origins and impacts. Understand how they appear in your life, like feeling unappreciated at work or frustrated when others don't recognize your efforts. Journaling is a powerful tool for this exploration. Write about how shadow traits describe situations where these traits have appeared and explore the feelings associated with them. Seeking therapy or counseling can provide additional guidance and support, helping you uncover deeper layer of unconscious mind. Integration is the next step. This means accepting these states and balancing them with your conscious self. Embrace the fact that you are a mix of good and bad traits. Notice how your shadow traits influence your behavior and try to change unhelpful patterns. For example, instead of downplaying your success or feeling resentful, practice expressing your achievements in a healthy, balanced way. Share your accomplishments without boasting or seeking excessive validation. When you achieve something significant at work, it's okay to mention it during team meetings or conversations with colleagues in a straightforward, humble manner. Creative expression through art, writing, and other outlets can also help integrate these accepts into your conscious life, allowing you to express your shadow in a healthy way. By doing this, you are embracing the complexity of your nature and fostering a more honest relationship with yourself. Jung believed that achieving wholeness, a process he termed individuation, requires integrating all parts of the psyche, including a shadow. This journey leads us towards becoming who we truly are, beyond the masks and rules imposed by society. Through shadow work, you uncover the integrate hidden parts of yourself and live a more whole and authentic life. Number two, get to know your archetypes. Young once wrote, archetypes are images in the soul that represent the course of one's life. Archetypes, as defined by Carl Jung, are universal symbols and themes that exist in what he called the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is a part of the human mind that everyone shares, filled with memories, experiences, and symbols that are common across cultures and throughout history. Think of it like a giant library of human experiences that all people can access regardless of where they come from. Take the hero archetype. This is often seen in stories where a character goes on an adventure, faces tough challenges, and ultimately grows as a person. A great illustration of this is the story of Persia from Greek mythology. He is a young hero given the difficult task of slaying Medusa, the monster whose gaze can turn people into stone. The story embodies the hero archetype, representing our inner desire to confront and overcome our fears. On his journey, he gets help from the other gods. Athena gives him a shiny shield to reflect Medusa's gaze. Hermes provides him with winged sandals to fly, and Hades lends him a helmet that makes him invisible. These godly figures are examples of the wise elder archetype, symbolizing the guidance and support we look for when facing tough times in our lives. Seeing these archetypes in myths helps us understand our own subconscious minds because they reflect common human experiences and struggles. Stories like that of and Medusa capture deep emotions, fears, and desire that people from all cultures can relate to. Other examples of hero archetypes include King Arthur, who searches for the Holy Grail, and Thor, who fights giants to protect humanity with his magical hammer. Each hero goes through a journey filled with challenges and lead to personal growth. Likewise, the wise elder archetype appears in characters like Merlin from Arthurian legend and Krishna from Hindu mythology, offering wisdom and guidance. Jung identified 12 primary archetypes that reside within each of us and are universally found across cultures and myths. They are the ruler, creator, sage, innocent, explorer, rebel hero, wizard, everyman, lover, and caregiver. Usually, one of these archetypes stands out more in each person, shaping who they are and what motivates them. By recognizing these archetypes, we can gain a clear understanding of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. They help us make sense of our experiences and how we connect with others. For example, if you resonate with the hero archetype, you might feel a strong desire to tackle obstacles in your life, whether that's going after a new job or standing up for what you believe in. In dreams, archetypes can appear as symbols that send important messages from our subconscious. Dreaming of a wise old person might indicate to you that you have inner wisdom or guidance available to you during tough times and that you need to look inside for answers. Understanding these archetypes is crucial because they provide deeper insights into who we really are and where we fit into the world. By exploring these archetypes, we can identify patterns in our lives, heal emotional wounds, and grow as individuals. Analyze our dreams in the world of Young. Dreams are the fact from which we must proceed. Young believed that dreams are not just random or absurd occurrences. Instead, they are meaningful messages from the subconscious. Through symbols and images, we can get to know about our unresolved inner conflicts, hidden desires, and universal themes that shape our lives. And so, for Young, analysis become a powerful tool for self-discovery. He identified several types of dreams, each revealing different aspects of subconscious. First, we have compensatory dreams. These dreams balance out our conscious thoughts and behavior. If someone is overly logical in daily life, for example, they might dream of a situation where they break down crying at a family gathering. The emotional outburst could signal the need to explore feelings they have been avoiding or suppressing in their working life. Then there are prospective dreams. These dreams look ahead, offering guidance about our future or showing what is unfolding in our personal growth. For example, a dream of climbing a mountain may symbolize an internal or external challenge the dreamer is about to face, such as a significant life change, a personal goal, or a difficult decision. The act of climbing in the dreams represents the dreamer subconscious preparing for the effort needed to overcome the challenge. reflecting their drive, determination, or perhaps anxiety about the journey ahead. Next, we have archetypical dreams. These contain universal symbols like the hero or wise elder. They tap into the collective unconscious, representing shared human experiences. Dreaming of a wise old man offering advice, for example, represents the archetype of wisdom and guidance, symbolizing the dreamer's search for deeper knowledge or direction. Then there are shadow dreams. These dreams show us the darker parts of ourselves, the trait we repress or deny. By confronting these aspects, we can better understand and accept ourselves. Someone who avoids anger, for example, might dream of violently confronting someone, revealing their suppressed aggression or fear of conflict. We can also have recurring dreams. These repeat the same theme or situation, often because we haven't addressed an underlying issue in our lives. For example, dreaming over and about failing an exam may reflect ongoing anxiety or self doubt about one's abilities or performance in life. Finally, like it or not, we have nightmares. Through often scary nightmares signal unresolved fears or conflicts in our subconscious, urging us to face them. For example, a recurring dream of being chased by a monster could point to a deep rooted fear of or unresolved trauma that needs attention in waking life. Each type of dream gives us valuable insight into different areas of our subconscious mind. To uncover this insight and effectively tap into our subconscious through dreams, Jung recommended a process of careful documentation, interpretation, and amplification. Documentation can be done by keeping a dream journal. This means writing down your dreams as soon as you wake up. It is important to do this quickly because dreams fade from memory fast. The more detail you can capture, the better for later analysis. Focus on any symbol, emotions, or characters that stood out in the dream. If you record your dreams constantly, patterns or recurring themes may begin to emerge, offering deeper insights into your subconscious. By tracking your dreams, you create a map of your unconscious mind, showing what it is trying to communicate. The next step in working with your dreams is to interpret their symbols. According to Jung, these symbols are not meant to be taken literally. They represent deeper psychological forces at play within you. While some symbols, like a snake, may have universal meaning, their significance can vary depending on your personal experiences. For one person, a snake might evoke fear and danger, while for another, it could represent transformation and renewal. Young empathized that it is important to look beyond the surface and explore what the symbol represents on a psychological level. Once you have identified the symbols, Young suggested amplifying them to gain deeper insight. This means expanding on the symbol by connecting it to myths, stories, or personal memories. For example, if you dream of a snake, you might explore how snakes appear in mythology, such as the serpent in the Garden of Eden, symbolizing temptation and knowledge, or the Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail, representing cycles and eternity. Making these connections helps you see your dream as part of a larger universal narrative that ties into your life. Amplification also involves reflecting on your personal memories related to the symbol. Maybe you had a childhood fear of snakes and encountered that left of lasting impression, or perhaps you simply saw a snake on TV in the last day or so and it is still in short-term memory. By examining these links, you can gain a richer understanding of how the symbol reflects your inner state and how it influences your thoughts, feelings, and actions. By journaling, interpreting, and amplifying your dreams in this way, you open a doorway into the hidden parts of yourself, using your dreams as a tool of self growth and greater self awareness. Number four, practice active imagination. According to Jung, active imagination requires a state of rewire halfway between sleep and waking. Active imagination is a technique created by Carl Jung to connect with your unconscious mind. It involves getting into a calm, meditative state where images, thoughts, or feelings naturally comes up from deep inside you, unlike dreaming, where things just happen. In active imagination, you stay aware and guide the process without forcing anything. As you relax, you might picture different scenes, have conversations with imagined people, or explore places in your mind. These images comes from your subconscious and can help you understand hidden emotions or just unresolved feelings. By engaging with them, you can learn more about yourself and grow emotionally and mentally. Imagine you have had a recurring dream about a dark shadow figure that frightens you, and the image stays with you even when you are awake. Through active imagination, you would close your eyes, relax, and let the image of the shadow figure come back to your mind. But this time, instead of feeling afraid or trying to escape, you mentally approach the figure and start a conversation. You might ask it, "Why do you keep appearing in my dreams?" Or, "What do you want to tell me?" The figure might not respond right away, but over time, you will notice it changing or giving clues about its meaning. Perhaps it represents a part of you that feels ignored or an emotion like anger or sadness that you have been avoiding. By speaking to it and allowing it to evolve in your mind, you can start and understand what the figure symbolizes and how it relates to your life. In another example, if you often dream about being in the dark forest, you could return to that forest during active imagination. You would imagine yourself walking through it, noticing how it makes you feel. Maybe you come across obstacles like a locked door or meet animals that represent different parts of your emotions. Each element of the dream could be a symbol that your subconscious mind is trying to communicate. As you explore, you begin to understand more about your fears, unresolved issues, or desires. To practice active imagination, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed and sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes, relax, and let your mind wander freely. The goal is to enter a meditative, semi conscious state where you are open to whatever images, thoughts, or feeling arise from your unconscious mind. Start by focusing on a particular image, feeling, or dream that's been on your mind and allow it to unfold naturally in your imagination. For example, if you have had a recurring dream or troubling image, bring it to the life in your mind's eye without trying to control it. As the image or scenario develops, engage with it consciously. You might ask a figure in the scene questions or explore the environment as if you are part of the experience. The key is to remain curious and open, allowing the unconscious content to reveal itself without forcing it. Journaling afterwards can help you process what you experienced, connecting the unconscious material to your conscious life. By repeating this practice regularly, you create a dialogue between your conscious and unconscious minds, leading to greater self awareness and personal growth. Number five, observe synchronicities. In our life final quote from Jung for this video, he says, synchronicity is an ever present reality for those who have eye to see. Have you ever gone to call someone only for your phone to ring as soon as you pick it up and they are calling you? Or maybe you have dreamed about something special and then got it a few days later. Carl Jung called these moments synchronicity, which means meaningful coincidences that don't have a direct cause but feel significant to us. According to Jung, these events show us what's happening deep inside our minds. For example, if you bump into a childhood friend that you haven't seen in years and suddenly remember an old argument, it might be your unconscious mind's way of pushing you deal with those unresolved feelings. Maybe it's time to reach out to that friend and find some closure. Meeting an old friend can also highlight the need for connection. You have been feeling lonely. The encounter might be a sign from your unconscious mind that you crave closer relationships. Think about a time when you felt isolated at work and then ran into an old buddy. That meeting might remind you of your need for friendship, encouraging you to make new friends or reconnect with old ones. Such encounters can also bring up feelings of reunion, reflecting on what's happening in your life now. For instance, reconnecting with a college roommate might remind you of hobbies or passions you used to love but have since neglected. This could inspire you to revisit those activities, adding more joy and continuity to your life. Sometimes seeing an old friend can symbolize personal growth or change. Your unconscious mind might be acknowledging how far you have come since you last saw this person, showing that you are ready to take on new challenges. Synchronicities often remind us to accept and integrate all parts of ourselves. For example, if you unexpectedly run into a high school teacher who once mentioned you, it could trigger memories of the values and lessons you learned from them. Reflecting on these experiences can help you recognize how they have shaped your identity and personal growth. By acknowledging these influences and understanding their impact, here are some common type of Jungian synchronicities. Number one, inner outer synchronicity. This type occurs when an inner experience, a thought, a feeling, a dream coincides with an outer event. For example, thinking about a specific person and then bumping into them later that day. Symbolic synchronicity. These synchronicities involves symbols or archetypes that appear in both inner and outer experiences. For instance, repeatedly seeing images of butterflies during a time of personal transformation. Number three, event synchronicity. This type happens when unrelated events occur simultaneously or in a close sequence, creating a meaningful connection. For example, meeting someone who provides crucial information just when you need it. Number four, person synchronicity. This occurs when meeting someone who plays significant role in your life at a crucial moment, such as a mentor appearing just when you are seeking guidance. Number five, temporal synchronicity. These are significant events or changes that happen at crucial times in your life. For example, receiving an important job offer on your birthday or during a major life transition. To better observe these synchronicities, it is essential to enhance your awareness and understanding. Start by staying present and being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. For example, receiving an important job offer This heightened awareness makes it easier to notice synchronicities as they occur. Additionally, they keep a detailed journal of your dreams, thoughts, emotions, and daily events. Reviewing your journal can reveal patterns and connections that indicate synchronicities. Next, spend time reflecting on significant events and relationships in your life. Consider how these might be connected. Trust your intuition about certain events or people, as synchronicities are often accompanied by a sense of meaningfulness or knowing. Finally, share your experiences with trusted friends, mentors, and therapists. Other can provide additional perspective and help you recognize these synchronicities you might have missed. By integrating these practices into your life daily, you can become more attuned to the meaningful coincidences that reflect your unconscious mind. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel to know more about the conscious mind and help yourself. Thank you so much for giving your time.